Last year, this is voted the best airport in the world, and I've got 20 hours to find out why. And no, it's not Singapore Airport. And we are beginning our 20-hour layover with some food. We've come to Petit and Carrick, which is a Qatari tea house slash cafe. There's apparently one in London, and I went for the egg and cream cheese chapati. It was bloody beautiful. Also, the Carrick, I'm such a fan. It reminds me of, what's it in India? It is a bit chai adjacent, is what I would say. It's absolutely delicious, not too expensive, and a great start to what's going to be a very busy few hours. What do you make of it?
Carrick, good. Chapati, good.
And there are loads of places to eat in the North Node, which is where we are right now, including Joe and the Juice, an Oreo cafe, and there's also a food court on the floor below. And also down here is the tree from the 2022 World Cup, which was hosted here. We are heading to the bit that I'm really excited about.
Yes.
The orchard. Shall we speak about the elephant in the room, which is, it does feel like they slightly copied what they did in Singapore Airport, right? Right?
It's so beautiful. It's like the Eden Project.
You just said that they copied Singapore Airport, but you're right actually. What came first?
The Eden Project was before that.
And surrounding this green area is just a shit ton of designer stores. Look at the front of Burberry here. This is outrageous, right?
Yeah, that's fancy.
Are you looking at the restaurant menu for the Fendi Cafe?
Yes.
A panini from Fendi?
Bagel.
Yeah.
95.
Looks all right.
Which is £19.28
No.
for a smoked salmon bagel.
No. There is so much money in this area. I don't know if you can hear that, but they definitely need to oil their escalators or something. It's very squeaky. It's disturbing the nature. People are sleeping in these down there.
That's cool.
That's the cheap way to do it. So this area was actually part of the airport's expansion in 2022. And this bit here, the orchard, has over 300 trees and apparently over 25,000 plants, which is absolutely ridiculous. This is so cool.
Yeah.
You actually prefer that.
I love it.
I'm looking at the gardens.
Little
She's
scissor
looking
lift.
at the scissor lift. Look what I found.
Scissor lift.
Another one.
No, it's a cherry picker. Scissor lift. Kicked out.
Kicked out of what?
Cool school.
You mapping out the whole airport?
I am.
Tell us what you've discovered.
It's kind of like an eye shape. At the bottom of the eye is A and B. The central shaft is C. And at the top left, you've got the D.
Do you know what's bad? This whole time, and you've explained this a few times to me, I've been thinking of an I. You mean the initial?
Yeah.
Capital I. Our brains think very differently. What's that?
Actually, more like a vagina, fallopian tube shape.
I think that's more worrying that you think that looks like a vagina.
No, there's something else that was designed like that. What did we stay at? Someone else told us about it. Oh, I know what it was.
What?
It was that hotel we stayed in Lanzarote.
Ah, that actually was based on a vagina.
Thank you.
I'm not
That's
sure.
what it was in my head for.
I'm not sure.
We've got Fanny on the brain.
I'm not sure the Qatar airport was designed around a vag.
Tall buildings in the distance, look.
Just about. Jeez.
Can you see them?
No. We're actually a bit gutted that we're not leaving the airport, or there isn't an outside area, because it's 40 degrees today.
I've never experienced that heat.
I don't think I have either. So
I want to go and ask customer service if there's anywhere I can go outside.
We just want to do it for like 2 minutes.
Lisa, can I go outside?
If you have this long, you can absolutely leave the airport. They have a transit program. They literally will take you on a tour.
Yeah.
You can stay in hotels. We decided to stay in the airport. We feel a bit lazy.
Why?
Also, well, because
it's so big.
It's supposed to be the best airport in the world. So that's why we decided
Fanny
to stay.
Airport.
Oh my God, we are going to get banned from this country. We won't be able to come back. We won't be able to transit ever again.
Just joking.
Right, shall we go buy some coffee? I think we both need it.
Can we put Fanny Airport in?
No. What I was going to say is this is quite a quiet area. However, all the seats have got armrests. So if you're looking for a place to snooze, this would not be it. Nice place to come and sit and chill though. So I was going to suggest Ralph's, which looks super cute, but they've had a power cut.
They got no power.
They've got no power, but
They've got the coffee.
They've got the coffee, but not the power. There is another option.
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
Clothes place.
Apparently there's a lounge on top and they like brand your cakes and your coffees. I hate to think how expensive it is. It's up there! It's up there. How'd you get up there? James, this is so embarrassing. We weren't allowed in.
Embarrassing.
It's just for business class and first class passengers, or you have to be invited by the store. Should we go in and buy something and then maybe they'll let us go to their cafe where you still have to pay?
That sounds affordable.
Right, we need coffee desperately. I did see a Costa in an incredible turn of events. I just said to James, let me go chat to them. I just want to see like how much would you have to spend? What do you need to do to get on those invites? And she just said, have you got a Louis Vuitton account with us? I was like, no. She said, do you want to set one up? I was like, sure.
Yes.
And now I've got an invite. Also, this is the busiest thing ever. Can we frame this?
Yeah. I hope he doesn't, in case he takes it away
I
from you.
don't want him to take it away.
How thick the cardboard is.
Like, that's probably worth a £5. Oh my God, this looks incredible. So the deal is we got invited in, but we still have to pay for anything that we consume. I'm scared to look at the prices. Okay, have you got a conversion on?
I do.
If you wanted LV signature scrambled eggs with Parmesan cheese, 75.
£15.20.
Could be, right. Am I a knobhead?
Yes.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's the cheapest thing you'll ever find with LV on it, right? Right. Here's the thing. I want something branded.
You want something branded?
I want the cheapest branded thing because I will never own one of these bags because I don't have the money.
You want the tasting menu you're looking up there?
No.
That is £201.
I've seen on the internet that they do like branded cakes,
okay.
branded coffees. I want something branded.
Lobster hot sandwich.
Oh God. Oh God, it's gone to his
That
head.
is...
It's gone to his head.
How much is that? That is £15.
Oh. For lobster?
I'm gonna get that. Guess how much for a cappuccino?
£5.
40, which is £8.12.
Oh my God. But is it branded, James?
Don't know. Oh, I get a cocktail. Old fashioned, it's 100.
Oh my God, that's more than a sandwich.
20 quid.
Oh my God. Your cappuccino served, sir?
You need anything else?
Thank you so much. That's the smallest sandwich I've ever seen in my life. How much did you pay for that?
8 quid.
No. In your dreams.
15 quid.
Yeah.
15 quid. I'm gonna ruin the top of it. It's a coffee.
Wow.
It's not a wow coffee. Can I chop this in half? See what's
Yeah.
going with this one. Oh, cuts well. It's like a posh toasty.
It
Super
is a posh, the poshest toasty.
A little bit of lobster.
Oh, get that cheese pull.
Tastes like a toasty. It's nice, but it's a normal toasty.
What have we become? The stuff we do for bloody videos, that's what this is. That is very nice though, James.
Do you want that?
That's not just a toasty. Has that got bechamel sauce in it?
Yes.
It tastes rich. Not £15 rich, but it does taste rich. Okay, time for my coffee. I will say my pattern was much nicer than yours, as in yours was oat milk. I don't think that's as easy for them.
Didn't print well.
Yeah, didn't print well, but mine. A very nice coffee. A very nice cappuccino. I don't think these were that badly
Have you
priced,
ruined the
right?
top?
Yeah, of course I've ruined the top.
Yeah.
How else are you supposed to drink it?
It's a good point. It's got a skid.
I just realised, I just ordered that cake without thinking. What is 65 in Qatari currency, please?
£13.19.
I spent £13 on a cake. That better be the best cake of my life. Right, let's try the £13 cake. And do you want to know something bad?
What?
I don't know if, I think you might be the same. If you had stuck this on a plate without the monogram around the edge, I would have no idea that was Louis Vuitton.
No.
I think that looks like Orla Kylie. You don't know what that is either.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah. Your mum's got a bag about
She
it.
has got a bag. It's about 60 quid. This one would be about 2,000. Do not.
I just want to touch them. No.
You're getting kicked out. Right.
Was it
let's
the
try
bag in the
this.
middle? Or is
To
it
be
layered
fair,
nice?
It is layered nice. So there's the layers. That's the inside.
Is it
Focus.
the pecan one?
Focus. No.
Pistachio.
Pistachio and honey blossom. Let's try it. Mmm. To be fair, that is absolutely delicious.
Is it?
That is really nice. Is it £13 nice? No. But look, we're spending the day in the airport, and this is one of the things I've chosen to do to entertain myself.
Oh, that is nice. Mmm. That's lovely. That's worth big bucks. Mm.
Now, I know we were taking the piss a little bit, but that was genuinely lovely.
No, it was.
Really nice. Really enjoyed everything we had. Yes, it was a little bit spenny, but
Nice fella. Told us about the history of the place.
nicest people. The fact that the people in the shop gave us an invite,
Yeah.
that is so kind of them. And also, here we go.
Very luxury.
I'm going to say it. If I
Very
ever
me.
buy a designer bag, I will now be looking at Louis Vuitton. Before we head back to the South Node, we do need to appreciate some art. James is being distracted. What's this?
Dick nose.
James, it's art.
It is, I'm saying. It's still be art.
And have a date nose.
Okay.
So as well as all the fancy shops, they have this Souq set up as if you're actually in the city centre. It's really, really cute actually. And then I've heard that this restaurant here has got really good food in it as well. Yeah, if you want more of a traditional vibe, come here. Right, we're gonna go back to the South Node now. So as well as taking the train, you can walk back. And on the sides of these travelators, we have noticed they've got a few like play areas, but there's something a bit weird about them. Like, I'm sorry, what was going through their minds? It's like this says to ChatGPT, make me a playground that will also haunt children's dreams for 15 years.
What's that bit? The slide looks like a knob, doesn't it?
Right, you are gonna get us banned.
Yeah.
Right, we are back in the South Node, and you know what's coming up? It's some more art, and this time, this is the most famous thing, I think, in this airport. It's a huge, massive yellow bear. But here's the thing, I thought it's looking a bit shabby. Turns out it's actually made of bronze.
Is it?
Yeah, so it's supposed to look like that. Let's just say I'm not really into my art.
It's like me after a night out.
Right, guess how much this is worth though?
£1,000.
Oh no, it's worth this much. Isn't that outrageous? And they just put it in
Yes.
an airport. I actually quite like that they went, do you know what?
So much.
Let everybody see that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
That's a lot of money.
So if you fancy an affordable dinner, your best shout is coming to one of the food courts. We've come to the one in the South Node, and I found what I think is the cheapest dish here, which is basically a vegetable curry with rice, which was 41. Not super cheap, but not awful, and actually the portion is massive, but what's it going to taste like? It could be warmer, but it is pretty tasty, so fair dues.
This portion's huge as well. Bigger.
So big. But how is it?
Also a bit cold.
Oh no, that's a shame.
But it is tasty.
Okay, at least it's tasty. James has just got to do something for work, which gives me the perfect opportunity to talk to you about the shops. This side definitely feels a lot more commercial, which is hilarious because the other side had loads of shops in, but it all felt like they were kind of like concept stores. Like, it felt like I could go into the fancy shops, because they were a bit of a museum piece, whereas this just feels like your classic airport shopping experience. Now, that's not to say there aren't fancy shops here. In fact, there are loads over here. Is our good friend Louis Vuitton once again. How do you say this one? Hermes? Look how cute that suitcase is. Like, I don't even understand that handle, but I want it. It looks so fancy. I can't go in, can I? How much is the suitcase, babes? See another one? I'm gonna look it up online. That's how much it is. Let's all react together. What? Perfume shops, watch shops, and yet again another designer cafe. I wonder if one of them had it and the other was like, oh, we need to get on that. Like, it seems like it's such a bizarre concept, right? There are a few what I would deem as affordable shops here, but most of them are luxury. You have to come into the Qatar travel boutique though, because look what they've got inside. I came to see this. This may be the only time this happens. This is their first class seat. What is a sleep lounge? Shall we go have a look? Speak to me, speak to me, speak to me. I have looked into this. Sleep and fly. What's exciting is I do actually have a priority pass. So I think I should be able to get about 2 hours with my card if they have any availability. So shall we have a look? Here it is. This is literally it. It's like, I think it's 3 meters squared. It might be the smallest hotel room in existence. It's time for the moment of truth. Let's turn this seat into a bed. Oh my God, that's not quiet, is it? It's properly lie flat. That's really impressive. I mean, there's not much room for anything else. But what more room do you need? So this is how much it would cost to book this if you don't have a priority pass like I do. But do you know what? This would more than do the trick, I think. But it is more. And I know some of you would hate this. Let me know in the comments. I'm really interested to hear whether you would come and stay here. I think it was great for a layover. That was really cool. I'm so glad I went and checked that out. If you were a solo traveller, like, to not have to spend double the price on a hotel room, that's a really, really good shout. I would be fine sleeping there. Maybe we made the wrong choice. Maybe we shouldn't have booked the hotel. However, there are some perks that come with booking the hotel, and that's what I'm going to show you now. So yeah, I booked us into the Oryx Airport Hotel, which is literally right here in the terminal. Like, I'll show you how close we are to the action now. Look, you literally are looking down on the bear out there. So we checked in as soon as we arrived, because one of the really nice things about this hotel is that you just tell them what time your flight gets in, what time your flight leaves, and they can often let you have the room for the entire time. So we arrived at midday, and our flight tomorrow, we need to be out of here by like 7:30 and walk straight to the gate. Like, how nice is that? Now, do we think James is going to be in bed? Hello, Mr. James.
Hello.
Oh my God, have you even got trousers on? Oh. I said you'd be in the bed. I broke James into getting up and helping me with this tour. You ready?
Yeah.
Right, come on in. You've definitely never seen this room already before, and we definitely haven't been here for several hours, and James definitely hasn't just had a nap.
I have.
But try to be quiet, because people are sleeping before their flights. Into the bathroom first, and it's pretty big. Do you think, James? Look at this luxurious area. You've got the shitter and you've got a bidet. Is that how you say it? Bidet.
Bidet.
2 sinks. That's luxury. And come in a second, because look at how huge this shower is. It's absolutely massive. Also, really nice. All the products are Ritual. So this is lovely. Now come through and see the main area, and this is the room. Don't you think this is nice? Like, we're literally in an airport. We can see security through there, which is crazy. You've got so much storage. I can't think who would need to come for one night and have this much storage. Oh, all of our stuff's in there. Forget you saw that. Here's the bed. James, is it comfy?
It is.
You've got a place to work from, a massive TV. As for costs, it wasn't cheap, but stay with me. It cost 200 quid for the night. However, look, this is the way that I spoke it into existence. Basically, I said, if we were to fly business class and have a full proper night's sleep, it would cost thousands of pounds more. So instead, we'll spend 200 and have a good night's sleep instead. Also, there are perks. When you stay here, you are able to access their Vitality Centre, which is their pool, their gym, and their jacuzzi. And that is where we're gonna go right now. I've got something to admit to you. Since you last saw me, I may have seen that bed and thought, I would like to take a little nap in that. And that is one of the perks of staying in the hotel. So thank you to my previous past choices. However, I did think it was a good point to talk you through the different options you have here. Especially if you don't fancy shelling out £200, the cheapest of which is paying nothing and sleeping in the airport, and they do have these recliner seats dotted around. The next step up is the sleep and fly, as we have already seen. And there are a couple of more rogue options. The first one being to see if you are able to pay to get into a business class lounge. You can with our Qatar flights. Now this was not cheap. Not cheap at all. However, you can stay in there for up to 6 hours. They have areas where you can sleep. You also get all your food and your drink included, and so it might just work out better value for you doing it that way. For us, I think we need a bit more time to sleep. And the very final option is to actually leave the airport. And obviously, if you stay in a hotel, not inside, it's going to be a lot cheaper. You can even stay in like really fancy resorts too. Right, let's go to the place that I'm really excited to show you. Yes, this swimming pool is in an airport, and to prove it to you, I don't know if you can see, yes, that's the shuttle. Bear's over there, and here's the pool. So here's the thing, you do not have to stay at this hotel to use this pool, or to use the gym that we're going to see now, or the jacuzzi. You can actually pay separately. So that is an amazing way to spend some time on your layover if you fancy it. And that's why, whilst it is a high price to pay to stay at the hotel, if you wanted to do these things anyway, then you can kind of take it off the total cost. I was going to do about 5 arm wraps, but there are people who don't like filming them, and so I'm gonna leave it be, but I am gonna change into my shorts and get into the pool. Yeah, guess who forgot to pack their swimsuit? But I've got my very clean gym kit with me, which, look, guys go in pools in shorts all the time. I'm sure this is fine. The temperature is so nice, and so I think it is finally time to go for a swim. I genuinely cannot believe that I am swimming in an airport right now. That must be a tick off some kind of bucket list somewhere. And apparently in here there should be a jacuzzi. Ooh, there it is. Cool. Once again, let me reiterate, I am in an airport. James did go in the blokes one though, and I think that one is even nicer. Best things ever invented. That is such a game changer. Back in the room, and I think it's finally time to go to bed. See you in the morning. Morning. Very comfy night's sleep. Like, super comfy. But we are heading for one last place before we get on our flight home. So, James, do you want to go to Harrods?
Do I want to go to Harrods?
No. The answer's no. Is it expensive?
Avocado and a boiled egg, $22.
Wow. Annoyingly, that would be the most convenient place. Our gate is literally just down there. But very expensive for somewhere that is literally on our doorstep all the time. This is yet another food court area. James, that's outrageous. 79 for a full English.
16, 15 quid.
Okay. We have chosen this breakfast place for 2 very key reasons. I have a view of the departures board. James has a view of the planes. No, don't do this to me. No, babes, it's doing a hard reset. Right, I believe in you, come on. It's back, it's fine.
Just saw a first class bus go past, so Googled it. It's like proper first class seats on the bus.
That's crazy. Don't worry, James, the coffees are here. That is beautiful. That's because the airport is 25 years old, right?
Gate 25, which is where we're at.
Do not go to gate 25. Right, I know I mentioned it so long ago, but I felt like I did have to quickly talk about how this is no longer the best airport in the world. It did win it last year in 2024, but Singapore has knocked it back off the top spot for 2025. But actually, I had a look. It's always ranked pretty high. Like when it first started to rank, it was in 10th place, and that was before they opened up the big Orchid area, and I bet that's what started knocking it into those top places. It is from that point on. Do you know what? It's won first in 2021, 22, and 24. So do you know what? It is holding its own. It's not just a one-off. But yeah, Singapore have taken it back off them. I have ran through Singapore Airport to get to my flight. I would love to explore it properly. Let me know if you'd like to see that. Look at that. I mean, that's a whopper.
Thank
so
you.
massive. This might be one of the nicest omelettes I've ever had. However, I'm not sure you could class that as an omelette. It's got that much stuff in it. Whoever thought to put caramelised onions in an omelette is a genius. I actually realised this is the most stressful departures board I've ever seen, because there are so many flights here that even on the fourth and final page, they all come up as last call. So if you saw it while sat here, you would shit your pants. Omelette was excellent, but my tip is order one and ask for 2 plates. We just went to go sit at the gate, and we did change our seats last minute last night.
Yeah.
We just got up and they said, your seats changed again.
Well,
the printer's broke.
No, it's not last minute. Like,
We
it was...
changed them last night, several hours ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means, because we thought we had tricked the system a bit. We thought we were going to get a row each, but maybe they're going to stick us in the middle of a middle row somewhere.
Oh dear.
Or maybe it's an upgrade to first.
That's...
Maybe we're getting on the first bus.
Maybe that's...
Don't get excited, James. That is not happening.
Is this another surprise?
This is not a surprise. If you watch the last video, you'll know what he's going on about.
This is very generous of you.
Please, we are absolutely 100% in economy.
I can't believe it.
And that's us ready to board our flight. James, give me your final thoughts about our 20 hours in Doha Airport.
Considering it was 20 hours,
Yeah.
I haven't been bored.
No, it's been, do you know what? Quite fun.
Yeah,
It's
lots
been
to do.
Lots to do. So if you see that layover at super long here, don't worry. However, I will say it did cost us a bit of money.
Yeah, it did.
It wasn't free.
But don't be scared about the length.
No, there's definitely lots to do. Would you do it again?
No, I'd go out and explore.
Yeah,
I've done it now.
I wouldn't do it again, but I'm really glad I did it this time. So thank you so much for watching. Hit follow. No, what is it on here?
Subscribe.
Hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.